Have you ever been too overwhelmed by the amount of items in your home? A kitchen full of utensils, most of which are rarely used, or a wardrobe full of clothes but nothing to wear, or even small documents, gifts, or ornamental trinkets. They silently absorb your thoughts and take up space. This does not imply that you lack organization or are lazy. In actuality, our lives are becoming increasingly complex. Additionally, it's simple for things to pile up into a burden if you're not sure how to make decisions. I'll go over groups of items that can be decluttered right away in today's video. From toys, kitchenware, clothing, and even seemingly innocuous little items. To help you decide what to keep and what to discard, each group offers detailed recommendations. Small, simple procedures will make a big difference, but this is not a thorough cleaning done all at once. Your thoughts will be lighter when your house is lighter. Let's begin then. And who knows, you might uncover something today that you can get rid of to create a more spacious and organized living area. Let's start by going to your wardrobe, which is where you spend the majority of your morning time. In reality, the issue is not a shortage of clothing, but rather an excess of items that no longer fit. Have you ever stood in front of a wardrobe full of clothes and still stated, "I have nothing to wear"? Let's see how many items you can get rid of here. The first is ill-fitting clothing. How many times have you held on to too tight pants in the hopes that they will fit you in the future? The truth is that you feel a little stressed or dissatisfied every morning when you see them. Remove any items that no longer fit. You can either give it to someone in need or store it in a box for short-term use. The sense that you have ignored yourself will no longer bother you, and your wardrobe will feel lighter. It's necessary to assess not just clothing that doesn't fit, but also clothing that fits but doesn't match your style. Clothes that make you feel insecure come in second. Have you ever purchased a clothing because you think it looks nice, but felt insecure wearing it every time? Vibrant floral gowns and that extravagant top that you never thought belonged to you. In most cases, they all just sit in a closet. You won't be able to wear them tomorrow if you don't wear them today. Give them up. Make dressing enjoyable rather than stressful by letting your clothes express who you are. Musical clothes that require repair come in at number 3. Is there a shirt you haven't touched in a year that has a tear that only requires minor repairs? Usually, things that require repair only take up room and serve as a constant reminder of an incomplete task. Get them fixed this week if you truly want to keep them. Be brave and give them away if you've forgotten them for too long. Your wardrobe will be a lot more organized and comfy if you simply keep things that are ready to wear. We'll then discuss the things that are still present, but too formal for your modern lifestyle. Overly formal attire comes in at number 4. How long has it been since you've worn that stunning evening gown or suit that you regret buying? Consider the number of times you use it annually. The answer is undoubtedly once, twice, or never. Instead of keeping it in your closet, why don't you be brave and give it away? The clothes you wear should reflect who you are now, not a future self. It will be simpler to choose clothes each morning when your wardrobe reflects your lifestyle. Seasonal clothing comes in at number 5. Do you have a maxi dress or thick coat that you don't wear every year, yet you go out every winter or summer to buy new dresses and shirts that fit the current trend? Then everything piled up again with each passing season. Clearly classify goods that you will never wear in order to solve this problem. Give them things you still need. Store them in a storage box so that only clothing appropriate for the current season is in the closet. This makes it easier to choose, keeps the wardrobe airy, and saves time in the morning. Musical donated clothing comes in at number 6. Have you ever saved something that you knew you would never wear because of the person who gave it to you? Your wardrobe will only get more crowded if you receive gifts that don't fit your body or taste. But you're worried that others will think you don't value their feelings if you discard them. Since presents already belong to you when they are given to you, it's quite common to discard ones that don't fit you. You are free to enjoy the emotions, but you are not required to keep the object. What are you waiting for then? Donate it with courage. Allowing them to go frees up space and allows the present to continue on its way to the recipient. Clothes related to a trend or specific occasion rank 7th. T-shirts featuring costumes, event logos, or popular objects that are now humiliating to view. Typically, they are worn just once or twice before going dormant. Photographs, unlike clothing, may preserve memories. Your mornings will be lighter, and your wardrobe will be more spacious if you let them go. Additionally, you can sell your used clothing online if you don't want to donate or dump it in the trash. In this method, you can make extra money for yourself, in addition to getting rid of unwanted clothing. After discussing the wardrobe, let's move on to another location that frequently detracts from the decor of the living room. They may seem lovely at first, but they eventually take up room, gather dust, and become stuffy. Count the number of these things you have in your house. Candles, essential oils, or incense sticks that have lost their fragrance rank first. Have you ever left a long dried incense stick on the shelf? A bottle of essential oils that no longer smells good? Or a candle jar with a small amount of wax remaining inside? They first produce a calming effect, but once they are no longer needed, they are only things that occupy space. The answer is to confidently discard the things that are no longer scented or have run out. Gorgeous glass jars can be cleaned and reused, while the remainder can be discarded. Your space will be considerably brighter, cleaner, and more pleasant if you simply preserve the things that are still genuinely helpful and fragrant. Tiny decorations that are challenging to clean rank 2nd. The space may initially appear beautiful with a shelf full of little sculptures, vases, or picture frames, but the more objects there are, the more challenging it is to keep tidy. Every object must be lifted, and every crevice must be cleaned. As a result, you frequently disregard it, and the dust simply builds up. This difficulty can be solved by deciding which items you truly love and hold the greatest significance, and either keeping them or giving the rest away. The space will feel larger and more airy when the surface is more exposed, and cleaning will just take a few minutes. Unused picture frames or hanging things come in at number 3. Have you ever purchased a mirror or picture frame and placed it in a room's corner, with a goal of hanging it up later? Every time you see it, you feel like you have an incomplete task rather than joy. Instead, you can ask yourself, do I really like this item, and do I want to hang it up this week? If so, hang it up now to let it work. If not, the solution is very simple. Sell it or give it to someone else. An unused item left for a long time will only become an invisible burden in your home. The number 4 is decorations just for the sake of it. Many people often display too much because they think there must be something beautiful. But when a small shelf is filled with statues, candles, vases, you will find the space messy and more difficult to clean. The solution is to prioritize items that are both beautiful and useful. For example, a wooden tray is not only decorative, but also neatly collects as remotes, or a basket with a lid that both accentuates and hides small items. When each item has its own function or meaning, your home will be both neat and cozy. A little tip for you is if you have too many items that you can't bear to throw away, you can put them in storage and use them in rotation to keep your home always new. So we've cleared out a bunch of decorations and clothes. Now, let's move on to another space, the kitchen. You may find yourself cooking a few familiar dishes, but the kitchen cabinets are full of pots, pans, jars, and just-in-case tools. This not only makes cooking take longer, but also makes you feel pressured every time you step into the kitchen. Let's get started. The number 1 is kitchen tools. In the drawer, there may be ice clips, cake pans, or specialized knives that you think you will need but never use. In fact, many items are bought because they sound convenient, but in the end, they just sit there taking up space. The solution is to take a look back. Which items have not been used for 6 months can be given away. You can give them to friends who like to cook or donate them. When the kitchen utensils are just right and right for your needs, you will find that preparing meals is much quicker. The number 2 is excess cups and dishes. Do you still keep dozens of cups and bowls, even though your family only uses a few? Every time you open the cupboard, you see them piled up. And if you are not careful, you can drop or break them at any time. Instead, you can keep just enough for your daily needs, add a little for guests, and boldly throw away the rest. An airy cupboard helps you put things away faster, without having to pile up dishes too high. The number 3 is expired spices and food. In the kitchen, there are often packets of powder bottles of sauce or boxes of spices that have expired for a long time. Because they are hidden, you do not notice them. The problem is that they not only take up space, but also cause odors and even attract insects or make your kitchen less safe. To solve this problem, take a few minutes to check your spice rack. Remove any expired items and organize them into groups. This way you will save money and know what you have so you don't buy duplicates. The number 4 is plastic containers and jars without lids or mismatched. How many plastic containers do you have that are orphaned with lids or a jar that never matches anything else? Every time you look for a food container, you rummage through the pile without finding one that fits. The solution is simple. Gather them all together. Get rid of the lidless containers and keep only one set that matches and is easy to stack. This way, you won't feel frustrated every time you put away leftovers. The number 5 is kitchen appliances that you buy and forget. That air fryer, slow juicer, or yogurt maker may have been exciting at first, but after a few uses, they're sitting on the shelf. Instead of letting them collect dust, ask yourself, if I haven't used it in the last 3 months, do I really need it? If the answer is no, sell it or give it away. A more spacious kitchen will encourage you to cook more comfortably. Next, we will move on to another space in the house, the bathroom. It should be a relaxing space to help you regain energy after a tiring day. But when the sink shelf is full of bottles and old towels hanging haphazardly, you will feel more tired as soon as you enter. Instead of helping you reset your spirit, the bathroom becomes a place to add more burdens. Now, let's take action. The number 1 is expired cosmetics and skincare products. How many bottles of cream cleanser or sheet mask have you been excited to buy used a few times and then forgotten about until they expired? These items not only take up space, but can also cause irritation if you accidentally reuse them. Keeping them won't help you look better. They will only make you feel wasteful. The solution is to check the expiration date. Remove all the old items and only keep the products you actually use every day. When you have a neat shelf, you will have more base and no longer feel guilty when you see things that are wasted. The number 2 is unused shampoo and shower gel that you don't like. Surely you have bought a new bottle of shampoo, used it a few times, and realized it wasn't suitable, but still left it there. Maybe you can use it again. In fact, you will never go back to it. Unfinished bottles like that only make the bathroom corner more messy. Instead, you can use it to wash towels, mop the floor, or boldly throw it away. Freeing up space makes the bathroom look neater, and you no longer have to go around among the bottles every day. The number 3 is old towels and face towels. Towels are the objects that you come into direct contact with your skin, but many families still keep towels that are frayed, discolored, and even smell damp. Using such towels is not only uncomfortable, but can easily cause dermatitis or acne. The solution is very simple. Keep enough towels of good quality and turn the old towels into floor towels or throw them away. Every time you step out of the shower and wrap yourself in a clean, soft towel, you will feel a clear difference. A feeling of relaxation that old towels cannot bring. The number 4 is too many spare items. Toothbrushes, toothpaste, razors, mini shampoos are all necessary things. But when you buy too many for spare, the drawer will turn into a warehouse. Many items will be left out for a long time or moldy without you knowing. To solve this problem, set a clear limit. Only keep enough for the next few months. This way, you save money and don't have to rummage through drawers every time you look for a small item. If you want to understand more about why we often get stuck in clutter, check out this video, The Biggest Lies About Tidying Up. You'll see that many common thoughts like "I'll reuse this, just a little more will do," are actually what's keeping you stuck in clutter. Subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Next, we will move on to toys. Children's toys are often one of the biggest mess in the house. At first, there were only a few, but over time, birthdays, holidays, gifts from relatives, the room quickly turned into a mini supermarket. And it's funny that even with a mountain of toys, children often only play with a few familiar ones over and over again. Well, the number one is toys that are no longer used. Have you noticed that there are toys that your child hasn't touched for weeks or months? They just take up space while your child doesn't even remember their existence. The solution is to collect them. Try to put them away for a while. If your child doesn't ask, you can boldly give them away or donate them. That way the room is tidier, and the toys can be used by other children. The number two is toys with too many small pieces. Dolls with dozens of accessories, half-missing puzzles, or too many details are often a nightmare for parents. If a part is missing, the toy is considered thrown away. But if you keep it, you will constantly pick up the pieces on the floor. Instead, you can keep only the main character, removing the unnecessary detail. The room is less messy and the child will also play more focused. The number three is broken or difficult toys. Honestly, how many times have you promised to fix a toy car, but then left it in the box forever? Broken toys are not only dangerous because they may have sharp edges, but also create a feeling of unfinished business. The solution is very simple. If you can't fix it this week, give it away. Only keep the intact and safe ones. The number four is age-inappropriate toys. Children grow up quickly, and some items are now outdated for their age. If your child is no longer interested or has passed that stage, you can donate them to a kindergarten or children's library. This will not only free up space in your home, but also teach your child about sharing. The number five is toys that are too stimulating or follow a short-term trend. There are toys that play loud music, flashing lights continuously, or trendy items that are only popular for a few months. They do not really help your child develop creativity, but on the contrary, they can easily cause fatigue. To solve this problem, you can keep the items that encourage your child to imagine and be creative and let the rest go. Your child will still be happy, and you will not have to suffer from the headache of toy music all day long. The number six is crafts that are damaged. Are there boxes of rock-hard clay, dried-out tubes of watercolors, or markers that have run out of ink in the corner of your child's closet? They're no longer usable, but you keep them because you think they might have little value. In fact, they just make the study area more cluttered. The solution is to throw away all the dry and damaged items, and instead keep only the good craft kits that your child really likes. This way, your child will have a neat, easy-to-start creative corner. The number seven is toys from fast food restaurants. Many families have a whole box of tiny toys from fast food combos. They're usually fun for exactly 5 minutes and then forgotten. But when you stack them up, they take up an entire drawer. The solution is simple. Give them away or throw them away right away. You'll be surprised how much more space there is in the toy storage area with just one small action. The number eight is small gifts that don't last. On birthdays and holidays, children often receive small gifts. Plastic balls, mini dolls, light-up toys. The problem is that they rarely get played with many times. Instead, you can let your child choose a few favorites to keep and donate or throw away the rest. This not only helps to tidy up the room, but also teaches your child how to choose and appreciate the things that really matter. The number nine is too many duplicate toys. Have you noticed that your child has 5 similar stuffed bears or a dozen similar cars? Children often choose only a few familiar ones. The rest just take up space. The solution is to limit the number. For example, keep only 2 to 3 of your child's favorite bears. The rest, let them bring joy to other children. The number 10 is stuffed animals. Stuffed animals are cute, but when they fill the bed, they become a dusty nest, take up sleeping space, and are difficult to clean. You can let your child choose their best friends from among them, keep a few special ones, and put away or give away the rest. Your child will learn to make decisions, and you will have less to worry about cleaning up. The number 11 is toys that are too big for the space. A small room with a giant dollhouse or racing car set taking up half the room will definitely make you feel overwhelmed. Instead of keeping them, think about which family has a more suitable space to give them away. When the room has more space, the child can run around more comfortably, and the whole family. The number 12 is a puzzle or game that is missing pieces. Puzzles and word games that are missing pieces are almost unplayable, but many times you still keep them because you feel sorry for buying them. In fact, keeping them only causes frustration when playing. The solution is to boldly throw away the incomplete sets. A few intact games are more valuable than dozens of sets that are missing pieces. The number 13 is stickers, miscellaneous collections. Children often like to collect stickers cards, small items, but after a while they are scattered all over the house, stuck to walls, tables, and chairs, and turn into trash. To solve this problem, you can give your child a small box to keep special items and throw away the rest. That way, your child still has memories, and the house does not turn into a sticky sticker pile. Next up is books and papers. Books and papers are one of the easiest things to pile up in the house. We often think, I'll keep them because I might need them someday. But then a pile of documents, old newspapers, and expired bills just sit there, taking up space and making the room feel stuffy. Number 1 is unsuitable books. It could be old textbooks, books you bought because of trends but never read, or books your children have grown up and are no longer interested in. They just clutter up the bookshelf while many others may need them. The solution is to categorize them. Keep the books you really love, or still use and donate the rest to the library school or donate them. A tidy bookshelf with only the books you love will feel much more comfortable. Number 2 is old magazines and newspapers. Many people have the habit of keeping newspapers and magazines for future reference, but in reality, you rarely open them again. They quickly turn yellow, collect dust, and take up space. Instead, you can keep only a few really special issues and recycle the rest. That way, you can both free up space and avoid having to live with a pile of yellowed paper. Number 3 is expired bills and papers. Old utility bills, expired warranties. You think you might need them, but they all just make the drawer heavier. To solve this problem, take a few minutes to sort through and shred papers with personal information before throwing them away. As a result, your desk will be lighter and easier to concentrate. Number 4 is children's old papers and homework. If you have a child in school, you are probably overwhelmed with workbooks and past test papers. They fill up drawers, and no matter how memorable they are, you can't keep them all. The solution is to keep only a few representative papers as souvenirs and throw away the rest. This not only makes your home tidier, but also helps your child learn to appreciate what is truly memorable. Number 5 is printed documents that are no longer used. There are documents that you print out to read, but are now out of date or can be found online. Keeping them will only make you more confused when you need to find something important. The solution is simple. Scan important documents and save them to your computer and throw away the printed copies. Your workspace will be clearer, and you will also feel more in control. The last part is miscellaneous items. Miscellaneous items are often the silent culprits that make the house messy. They are not big enough for you to notice right away, but together they take up a lot of space, causing a feeling of suffocation and difficulty in controlling. Number 1 is mixed charging cords and power cables. How many charging cords do you have in your drawer that you can't even remember which device they are for? They are tangled hard to find, and many of them are no longer working. The problem is that when you need them urgently, you have to rummage through a pile of cords to find the only one that still works. The solution is to collect them all and check them. Discard the broken or unsuitable cords, and keep only the necessary number. Instead, you can use a small box or cord clip to organize them neatly. When your cords are well managed, you will save time and frustration every time you need to use them. Number 2 is plastic bags and paper bags piled up. Many families keep all the plastic bags and paper bags for when you need them, but then they pile up, taking up a whole drawer, and you only use a few of them. Instead of letting them overflow, you can keep a limited number, for example, 10 to 15, and throw away or recycle the rest. The reason is the more bags you have, the more likely you are to stuff them with things you never use. Keeping fewer bags makes you conscious of reusing them, and your drawers are tidier. Number 3 is old batteries. Broken light bulbs. The batteries are dead. The light bulbs are burned out, but you still keep them because you haven't had time to throw them away properly. They just lie there taking up space and potentially leaking. In fact, you will never use them again. The solution is to collect them all and take them to the e-waste collection point at the supermarket or electronics store. This not only makes the house cleaner, but also safer for the family's health. Number 4 is empty boxes. From shoe boxes, gift boxes to plastic boxes, you keep them with the thought to use for something. But in the end, they just pile up, collect dust, and when you need to store them, you buy new ones. The logic here is keep a few boxes that are actually a convenient size and throw away the rest. A few good quality boxes are enough for you to organize your things. No need for a pile of useless boxes. Number 5 is broken or outdated electronics. Old phones, broken headphones, computer mice that no longer work, but you still leave them there because you don't want to spend money. The reality is that technology changes quickly. Keeping them just fills up your drawers. The solution is to clearly define if you don't fix them in 6 months. You probably never will. Take them to an electronics collection point or sell them on consignment. Your home will be neater, and you will also feel less guilty about wasting. Number 6 is unused gifts. Sometimes you receive cute gifts, but they do not suit your needs. Small photo frames, souvenirs, or just for show items. You keep them because you feel guilty. But in fact, they just sit there taking up space. And every time you look at them, you feel heavy-hearted. The solution is to remember when someone gives you a gift, it belongs to you, and you have the right to decide. If it is not suitable, let it continue its journey to someone else who will use it. That way you will both free up space and maintain the spirit of sharing. Number 7 is old razors and dull blades. How many old, even rusty razors do you have that you keep for when you need them? The truth is, you never use them again. And if you do, they only cause skin irritation. Keeping them will only make your drawers more cluttered. The solution is simple. Throw away the old ones and replace them with new, clean, safe razors. You will feel relieved when your drawers are only ready to use. Number 8 is expired cosmetics and makeup. A dry lipstick, cracked powder, or expired mascara. They often stay in your makeup bag because you don't want to spend money. But in reality, they are no longer safe and can even cause allergies. Keeping them will only make you feel guilty for wasting money. The solution is to check the expiration dates, throw out the old ones, and keep only the products you use every day. Number 9 is unused hotel item. How many mini shampoos and soaps do you have from the hotel that you never open? They may be useful for a few days, but keeping them for too long will only turn them into a drawer full of junk that you never use. Instead of piling them up, use them this week or give them away. Keep just a few spares. Number 10 is expired medicines and medical supplies. An unfinished bottle of syrup, an expired pill pack, old cotton swabs. They often sit in the medicine cabinet, and you don't dare use them when you need them. Instead of keeping them, Check them every 6 months. Throw away everything that's expired and rearrange the items that are still usable. A neat medicine cabinet is not only safe, but also gives you peace of mind when looking for medicine. Musical number 11 is souvenirs. A small figurine from a trip, a handmade item someone gave you, may have meaning at first, but if it doesn't fit your living space, it will just clutter up the corner of your house. Instead, you can keep memories and photos and let the item find a more suitable new owner. Number 12 is things to fix later, but never fix. A blender is broken, a fan has a broken blade, or the lamp no longer lights. You keep it with the thought you will fix it. But if you have left it there for months without doing anything, it means you don't need it as much as you think. The solution is simple. Either fix it this week or throw it away. Don't let it become a burden every time you look at it. You see, a tidy home in a peaceful mind don't require lengthy cleaning sessions, but simply letting go of things that no longer serve you. Each item you let go of not only frees up space, but also clears your mind. And more importantly, tidying isn't about throwing everything away. It's about learning to choose what's truly important. When you do this, your home becomes a place that nourishes you, not a place that drains you. If you want to understand more about why we often get stuck in clutter, check out this video, The Biggest Lies About Tidying Up. You'll see that many common thoughts like, I'll reuse this, what's truly keeping you bound in clutter, are just a little more will-do statements. Follow us and subscribe to help us untangle your mental tangles, because when your mind is clear, your home